So let's get into it. Hey, how's it going? Happy Monday. So we're talking about manifestation on Mondays. That is the word for the month of January because we are manifesting the life that we want to create. We are manifesting the will of how we want to get there. We are manifesting the trajectory of how we're moving. We are manifesting the space in which we create that dream, right? And make it a reality. And in order for us to really manifest it, we got to get into this thing called fear. And it's called a lot of things. It's called imposter syndrome. Okay. It's called imposter syndrome in the business world, that thing where you feel like you can do it, but the thing in your head keeps saying, girl, no, you can't do it. Dude, like who you think you is? Like that's that thing called fear that manifests itself into a real living thing, a whole living thing, right? So I want to talk about that really quickly on Manifestation Monday because regardless of where you are in your world, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a mom, whether you are a caregiver, whether you're pushing through that job, whether you want your life to be different but you don't know how, whether you're in that relationship and it just ain't for you, right? Whatever the thing is that gets you stuck and still, that's that fear. That fear like stops you in your tracks, right? Stops you in your tracks. And it's a powerful thing because it grows roots, right? And it wraps itself around our nervous system. That's why our breathing gets a little shallow. It wraps ourselves around our joints. That's why we get tight and stiff and we can't move, right? It wraps itself around our lungs and our respiratory system because now we can't breathe or we catching our breath. That thing called fear is a powerful thing. It is a physical thing that manifests itself if we're not very clear and very sure about what it is we want our worlds to be, where we want to go. You don't have to know the how, you just have to know the what. You don't need to know the how. You just need to be very, very clear visually about what the what is, right? What the what is. So a couple of weeks ago, I actually shared a post about myself. It was a personal post where I discussed being in a relationship that wasn't really for me. Um, and that's a hard thing because there's always pieces of it that are for you and that are amazing. And it was a really um with a really great person, a really strong person, a really capable person, just a really great person, but it just wasn't the relationship for me, and it had me stuck. And when you're in pieces of things that are really good for you, it's really hard for you to see the things that are not really good for you. And COVID helped me to see that there were large chunks that I was missing because I was kind of getting small trying to fit into these small pieces that were working. So when it comes to stepping out and doing something different, that's where the fear comes in. And sometimes it looks like complacency. Sometimes it looks like survival. Sometimes it takes on all of these different, like, synonyms. But I want you to understand that in order to make the move, you got to at least know, okay, this is what I want it to be, right? Like take a moment and like dream about what you want it to be. What I want it to be, what I want it to look like. What does it feel like? Like, how am I light? Am I happy? Like, what am I sleeping well? Am I eating good? Like, did the dark circles leave my face? Like, is my skin great? What does it look like? Right? Am I funny? Am I light? Did I lose 7 pounds? What does it look like? And what does it feel like? Whatever the thing in this moment that makes you feel stuck. What does it look like? You got to think about that thing. You got to dare to dream about that thing, right? And it don't cost nothing to dream. And then once you have a clear vision of what that is, then you'll start to see that where I'm at isn't getting me there. I may have to step out of my comfort zone, right? And move a little different or not move at all. And I was with my one of my good friends the other day, and like the winter is the time that we both chill. Like, I'm not a winter bunny. I ain't about that. Ain't about that life. It's too cold here. And I know it's cold in other places, but I ain't trying to move like that. And so the winter is really my reset. Like the winter is really like when my mind gets clear and my heart gets full because I'm still. And because I'm still, I'm able to focus on the things that really matter to me. I get to nurture myself, right? I get to get inside of this cocoon. And it's not that I isolate totally. I mean, y'all see me, I'm out and about, but not nearly as much as I am in the summertime. This is my reset, my internal reset. I get very still. And so, in order for you to dream, you got to really get still and think about, what do I want my world to look like, my business to look like, my family to look like? Really, like, how do I want my life to live? How do I want my home to flow? How do I want to vibe with my friends, right? What type of experience do I want? Do I need in my world in order to make this thing what I want it to be? You got to get very still to do that. Dream about it. And then once you get very clear on the vision, you'll start to see that there may be people in your space that don't fit that end goal. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that you toss people aside. It just means that their purpose and where you're going, they don't align, right? And anybody that's for you, they're going to be okay with that because they see you moving. Anybody who's not okay with that, they don't want to see you thrive. You got to make some decisions. That means we got to kick some people to the curb. We got to kick some things to the curb. We got to do some things different. We got to move in a different way. That's the fear, right? And I just want everybody today, like, what is it, January 24th, 2020, today, on Manifestation Monday, I want you to understand that you can replace the fearless with being fearful, right? And you also can flip that. And you can flip that fearful into fearless. It's up to you how you want to move it, right? And when I say fearless, right, to fearful, sometimes we can come into a situation, we're so strong and we feel like we're still that strong being, but we're really not. Life kicked us. Something happened. We lost some things. We think we're still fearless, but we've become fearful over time. It's time for you to pick up your fearlessness and remember who you are. And remember the goals and the dreams that you hoping for yourself. What do you want your world to look like? What do you want your life to feel like? What do you want your family to experience? Where do you want to go in this world, right? And I want you to pack that with this fearless type of energy. And I want you to surround yourself with those that feed into that fearless type of energy, because you need a tribe. And your tribe don't mean 10. It don't mean 100. Sometimes your tribe could be one. Sometimes your tribe can be that one strong voice that says, girl, you got it. Dude, you got it. I got you. You want to do that? You should do that. Absolutely. They affirm everything that you want to do, every hope, every prayer, every dream that you have for yourself. They fill you with so much fearlessness, of their own, that even when you feel like you're losing some, they pour in your cup. That's what I want you to do on Manifestation Monday. I want you to write a list. I want you to write a list of the things that you want to look different in your world. For me, I just wanted to wake up and be at peace. I didn't want a lot. This little girl from North Carolina don't want a whole lot. Okay. I just wanted to wake up in peace, because when I wake up in peace, when I wake up in peace, I can create, I can grow things, I can build things. When I wake up at peace, my cup is endless. I can move on into infinity when I wake up in peace. But when I wake up in chaos, I can't even get my thoughts together. And if I can't get my thoughts together, how can I build my empire? How can I build my legacy? You know, how can I be there for my son? How can I be there for my mom? How can I be there for myself? I got to put the oxygen mask on myself first. So I want you to really, really look at your world right now. And I don't want you to put like a whole laundry list of things on your list. 2. The 2 most important, top priority, driven items in your world that you would like to shift from your fearfulness into your fearlessness. 2. That's it. That's all. Because now, with a very small list, with big rock items, you can start to dream. You can start to dream about what that looks like. What does it feel like? And I'm going to tell you something about my peace, and then I'm going to end. Starting my day, the way I start my day, and I don't start my day any particular way. You know, I know you probably think I come down, I get on the mat, I do my meditation. I don't do none of that. Okay. First of all, I'm not a morning person. Okay. So just for me to get from point A to point B in the morning is amazing. But when I open my eyes in the morning, in my space, with my diffuser, peppermint or lemon, or even eucalyptus, lavender, whatever I want, right? And I have the soft muted colors on the wall and the windows. That's my peace. That's how I start my day. Period. So your peace can look like so many different things, right? Whatever your goals are can look like so many different things. They don't have to be drastic things where we're pulling up roofs, we're moving across town. Doesn't have to be that, okay? You don't have to be as dramatic as me and end whole relationships. But I do want you to do things that are going to change the trajectory of your spirit and your soul. It's important for you to put your spirit and your soul at the top of your list. Because if you don't, nothing that you do will hit that peak the way it should. Not that it can't, because you're amazing, right? But if your spirit and your soul are not right, I'm telling you, you won't be able to hit it. And ever since I made those changes in my world, I haven't had to think about how I was going to get to my goals that I dreamed and I hoped for. People were in place. People are reaching for me. People are still reaching for me. It's important for you to understand that when you walk with a light inside of you, people see that. They want to be close to that, right? The right people will always seek you through. You're not going to go to the dark spot in the room. You're always going to go to the lit spot in the room, right? How can you light a fire inside of your soul and inside of your spirit so that you attract the things that are divinely yours? That's it, and that's all. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Remember your homework for today on Manifestation Monday. I need you to write one, where I'm at, one or two. That's it. One or two. No more. One or two things that you want to work on this year that's going to light a fire and a light into your spirit and shine on your soul. What are those one or two things? What are the things that we are living fearfully in, and how are we going to move fearlessly out of them? That's all I want you to think about today, honey bunches of oats. All right. It's your girl, Paula Marie, aka the Ebony Biz Diva. Thank you so much for jumping in on Manifestation Monday. I'll see you next week. Peace.